Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with Watercolor Wednesday, and today I'm going to be playing with the Dina Wakley heavy body acrylic paint and some of my Dear Lizzie documentary line, which is not an old line, but it's still sitting in my stash and I haven't been using it. I've used it in the last few layouts, but man, there's like what 48 sheets in that paper pad, so I really need to use it up a little bit more. So I use some watercolor paper and I just got mine. I got a few. I have paper pads which is stuck together, and I also have just regular water paper, and I got it at Michael's. It was like 14 by 18. It's massive. And so I just cut it down to 11 and 3/4 and then by 11 and 3/4. And then I can just mount it on another cardstock. One, because whenever I use white, I like to mount it on another color just so that, it grounds it a little bit more. Now, there was no pink paint in her palette. I think, well, at one point she had 12 colors. I don't know if she has any more, but I have the 12 colors. So there was a red and there's white. So I'm mixing the red and the white together and I'm trying to make a pink that I like. And you can tell there I have the 6x6 pattern paper from the Dear Lizzie collection. And I'm trying to make it so that it somewhat coordinates with that color. And then I'm just putting it on the background, just messy, like a brush stroke. And I just want to make somewhere to, a spot of color. Now I'm taking this template from Stampin' Up, and I'm just using a baby wipe, and I'm just going over the paint and taking away some of the paint so that you can see the hearts in the background. And now I'm just cleaning out my whole mat there because it's all messy. And I'm going to dry it up with my heat tool, and then I'm going to bring that mat back in. No, not a mat, template back in. And I'm going to use some Dazzlers, and this is from Shimmerz. So if you just Google shimmerzpaint.com, and Shimmerz ends with a Z instead of an S. And so you can find their products. They have creamies and inklings and dazzlers and textures and, sprays that are called colorings or vibes, and spritz is the other one. And so they have all kinds of stuff. So that's, I just use the Dazzlers in the Tutti Frutti, which is a light pink. And basically it's like modeling paste and very creamy and just already colored for you. Now I'm using some, what are those called? Sprays it's from Lindy's Stamp Gang, and it's called Pink Ladies Pink. And I'm just putting it all over the layout, again, just to add color. And I just want to make this very feminine. And just the day that I was going to do this layout, I got my Freckled Fawn kit, and which is just an embellishment kit. And it came with this beautiful lace that's sticky already, so you can just use it as a ribbon or something like that. And I'm going to end up using it on this layout. This is a picture of my daughter, and she just got engaged. So she sent me a picture with kind of, ooh, look what just happened. So she's wearing her ring, and it's really pretty. And so the title of this is She Said Yes. And so that's what he put on his Facebook update there, that, she had said yes. And so they plan on getting married with 2016, 2017. And then she'll be almost 24 and he's going to be 27. So perfect age. And so I just want to document it. I mean, I think I scrapbooked this the very next day after she sent me the picture. And I mounted the photo on black cardstock. Now I'm just using some 6x6 pattern paper from the Dear Lizzie collection. And then there was a cut apart, and I'm just cutting apart those little cut aparts, and I'm going to try to use them throughout the layout. And I'm going to use a few things from Freckle Fawn too, because like I said, I had just gotten my kit in, and I had gone through it, and I was like, oh, I like that, so I want to use it. So there was a little card here that said January, and they got engaged in January, so I thought I would put that there, and I'm actually going to write in the day that they got engaged, and right underneath. I'll probably put it with some stickers actually, and because remember, my goal this year is to make sure that I put the date right away. So I'm not going to do any journaling on this because it's pretty self-explanatory. She said yes. I'm going to do another layout though about him and how this, how it all came about. So I'm going to do that for sure. And the journaling will go on that because he's super sweet. And so I mounted on black cardstock and then some little music notes paper because wedding, da 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 da. Just was kind of thinking of that, and then the black and white stripe, and then some polka dots, and then I'm going to mount the whole thing. There's 6x6 pattern paper that is sort of wood green, and it goes to pink, and I'm going to use that. I was thinking of using that pink one. And see, I'm letting the stuff dry on its own off to the side. So, I don't realize that the pink is too far off, and I don't like how it's really, the tones are too different. So I'm going to decide against this pattern paper here in a minute. And I'm going to go to the wood grain pattern paper. I believe I take in another 6x6 pattern paper pad. Yes, I do. I'm going to go get my Shine Collection 6x6 pattern paper, and I'm going to bring that in. I'm inking all the edges using Distress ink in black soot. And as I went through the Shine Collection, hello, there's a diamond page. So I'm going to cut the diamond in 2 strips, and I'm going to put it at the top and the bottom of that wood grain pattern paper that I'm going to. So anyway, that modeling paste is still not quite dry, so I'm trying to use my heat tool and get that dried up. And then when I found that pattern paper with the little diamonds there, then that's when I found that it didn't really coordinate at all with that other pattern paper with the bold stripe, which I truly love. It's beautiful pattern paper, but I found it went better with this 6x6 pattern paper. It has the wood grain at the top, and it kind of goes into some pink at the bottom. And then I'm going to cut a couple of strips, maybe 3/4 inch, half an inch, basically just showing the little diamond, and I'm going to stick it at the top and the bottom of that cluster. And that's going to be my, not embellishing, but the layering for the photo. And now I'm going to start playing with adding my clusters. And I also, I got one piece of one thing from the Hello Love collection up to now, and it's only the tags, and I'm going to use it on this layout. I have most of the collection coming to me probably sometime this week, so I can't wait to play with that. And because I'm playing more with my stash this year, it's going to be fun to incorporate some older stuff with some newer stuff and try to mix it up. And where I'm going to be working on some more classes too, I want to make sure that I use some new stuff that people can still get, and then add some old stuff to it so that they know whatever collection that you kind of bring in, you can always mix it up and put some old with some new and just have some fun making a ton of layouts. And my goal this year is to make 150 pages for YouTube. I'm going to end up making a whole lot more than that, but just on YouTube, I'm going to have 150 uploads of just scrapbook pages. So I'm looking forward to getting that many pages done this year. So this is where I bring in that little tag from Hello Love, and it's got that beautiful gold heart. And so I'm going to bring in some gold now. I'm going to hang some thread to the tags, and I'm going to use that little cut apart that said love, and then that little card that says January. Then there was a another tag that came from that Hello Love, and it says kisses on it, and it looks like she's blowing a kiss, so that's perfect. And then I'm using some stickers from the Dear Lizzie documentary, and this one I thought was perfect because it says the future is bright. And, they're talking about getting married, and that's a bright future for both of them. Both of them are, I mean, I know she's my daughter, but both of them are great kids. They're both go-getters, and they work hard, and I just wish them all the best. And my son said it well when she posted on Facebook. He said, "You two are going to have a bright, beautiful future together because you're both great people." So I thought that was sweet of him to say something along those lines. That's what he meant. And it's true. They're both great kids, and they both work hard. So I know they're going to have a bright future. All that for that little tag, right? That's all I saw, was that whole thing. So I'm going to use some, what's it called? Teensy type alphas from Doodlebug, and I got that at Scrapbook Generation. And I got it right before Christmas or right after Christmas, and I haven't done a haul in like forever. I've done one in the last few days, and I keep forgetting to upload it to YouTube, but I'm going to do that. But I forgot to show those because I got those quite a bit ago. But they're awesome. They come in a ton of different colors, so you can check that out at Scrapbook Generation. Just look under Doodlebug and then alphabet stickers. And now I'm just going to glue the whole thing on some black cardstock, and then I have one cluster sort of to the bottom right of the photo, then I have a cluster to the top left of the photo, and then I put my title on the side, and I love doing that, putting my title on the side. So I want to do another cluster, so I brought the cluster to the bottom of the layout. And talking about clustering, I am working on a class right now, and it's called Demystifying Clustering. And what the difference is from here, which it goes really fast, is when I'm actually doing the clustering, I go live and I talk about what I'm thinking when I decide where I'm putting my photos or my clusters and stuff. So that's coming up next week. January 29th is the expected release date, and so be watching for that. I'll have a little video kind of talking about it. So this is what is it called? The lace. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love it. So that came in my January freckled fawn kit. So it's self-adhesive or whatever. It's got adhesive on the back, and so I'm going to glue a bit of it at the top, the whole length of the layout. It's so pretty. It reminded me of a wedding dress. How perfect was it for this layout? And I'm telling you, I was planning on doing that layout that day, and I haven't been able to get my mail for the last 2 weeks. So for me to get that day, able to get to my mail and get it was just meant to be, right? And then because it was my first month back with Freckle Fawn, it came with a little flare, and it says Hello Lovely. So I used it already, and then it also has some little sparkly little arrows, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to add some India ink with some with a paintbrush first, and then just using the little mister that comes with it, or little ink squishy thing. And that's it. The page is done. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.